we'll see the first extended gameplay of Mortal Kombat.
Few minutes. Okay.
All right, let's move along to another iconic video game franchise that just celebrated 30 years.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's time, Mortal Kombat 1.
Okay, shut the hell up, everyone.
Couldn't keep you waiting on this one.
No surprise reveal from Ed Boon, though.
4 years since MK11, and ever since Ed Boon,
Which is ages for us little spoiled NetherRealm dweebs.
MK yet that reboots the series into a new era timeline, and it's coming this September. Everyone's been asking, what does it look like? Who's on the roster? How do the new cameo fighters work? Well, now it is time for combat. No spoilers.
He knows exactly what we're asking.
Literally insane. Here is an extended first look at the story.
How long is extended?
And yes, of course,
not just 20 seconds?
The fatalities of Mortal Kombat.
Oh my god, guys, I don't know if I can do this. Okay, similar graphics to MK11, but a cool looking story mode situation.
Go before I put you down. Fight.
The graphic style is really interesting.
You have proven worthy of joining us. Come. There are other champions, I must gather.
What do you want?
Sento.
Whoa.
It's my family.
Whoa.
Sento's mine.
What is this setting?
Give it up without a fight.
What the? Here we got Rich Mansion Kenji? Oh, the cameo! Wait, so it comes in for a super? What the hell? Oh. The graphic style is really, I don't know, it's really similar and totally different from MK11. Is that Johnny?
Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang,
Yep, okay, that's Johnny, I guess.
God of Fire.
Bro! Okay, yeah, of course Liu Kang was gonna be awesome, but what is going on with these cameos? It really does kind of look like the... Okay, this gameplay is a little unfinished, right? There are parts that look really beautiful, then there are parts that are like, that's WYP,
Whatever experience
right?
I lack, I make up for in heart.
Whoa, Raiden's so cool. Yo, Kenshi is hella fin. Okay, Sonya's in. But as a cameo? Surely people can be cameos and main cast members, right? Because that's Kano and Sonya. There's no way they kicked them both out.
If your disease becomes known, you will be banished. I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
Clash mechanics, like in Injustice? Okay, Kitana's combos look a little better. Oh! Hopefully he's not just a cameo. Okay, Kitana and Melina for some reason look better. Oh, what? Like that spin, what was that? Whoa, this stage is beautiful. Yeah, they can bring back so many characters that people love, but I don't know how people are gonna feel about them being cameos. Oh yeah, classic Kung Lao stuff.
Finish him.
Okay, Kano's actually in, so you can be a cameo and a real playable character. Jesus Christ. Damn, that's really cool. That's really cool. Let's see if they have anything else to say.
I mean, that was pretty good, right, guys? Now, I'm sure you have many questions about what we just saw, and to tell you more, I am so honored to welcome to Summer Game Fest one of our industry's greatest creators.
No way.
A man who has been loyal to the same franchise and fan base for more than 3 decades. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest the creator of Mortal Kombat.
Hell yeah, he's here. Booyah! Woo! Woo! I wish I was there, man. What an absolute legend this guy is. Oh. He even gets an entrance theme. Of course he does. He deserves it.
They love you. All right. Well, Ed, first of all, thank you for that incredible world premiere. We got to see all of the gameplay of MK1, and everyone just wants to know more about this because, first of all, this is it's MK1, right? It went from 11 to 1. So tell us about this. Is it a new timeline?
Yeah. I don't know how many people have seen the ending of Mortal Kombat 11. Liu Kang basically was kind of graduated into a fire god, right? And he created a brand new universe. And this universe, this is why we're calling it Mortal Kombat 1, is because this is the beginning of a new timeline. A number of these characters you've seen before, but they're told in a completely different story. And so Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers now, and there's all these things that were rivalries before are now allies, and so mixing the whole
brothers.
thing up, so we're just kind of rebooting, and that's what the 1 is for.
Well, it looks incredible. Everything we saw there was, in-game gameplay. The cinematics look incredible. I know the team has been working for 4 years on this, but the thing we got to talk about are these cameos because we saw some pretty amazing stuff there.
He's got his priorities straight.
Obviously, you have your main, character that you'll pick, and then I know you also have a separate kind of cameo menu, so you pick sort of a pair when you start the game.
Menu screen. Ooh.
See a roster, basically, where you select your character. After you do that, there's a second roster of characters, which are a whole new, completely different fighters that are the cameo fighters, and these fighters actually, they will join the fight.
Okay.
But a lot of blank squares there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like imagine yourself with Sub-Zero, but you have some of Jack's moves, and you can call him out. You can do it multiple times, as you saw in the gameplay. So you can basically combine these two characters. All the characters can be combined with all the cameo fighters, and that's where you see. That's where the player's kind of imagination comes in, and they can actually customize it for what they like seeing. The best team ups.
Well, so how does that work? So you're in gameplay, you have your main, you have your cameo.
Yeah, so that was the starter animation we saw with Katana and Melina.
How often do they come into? It's not a tag team thing, right?
Exactly. And you're basically summoning them. It's just one button push is basically summoning.
Ooh, UI reveal.
You can go, push that button with.
Kind of looks like a mobile game, not gonna lie.
Move, push it with down, it'll do a different move. And so the combination.
Oh, I see. So you can bring them in a combo. Almost.
Exactly. And you see there's like a meter up on top, which is basic. That'll limit it, so you can't obviously fire them indefinitely, but you can call them pretty much whenever you want, and they have like in the middle of a combo they'll have a lot of basically a whole arsenal of their moves. So Sonya you saw come.
Wait, I just want to go back and listen to what he said about when you can summon them.
A different, exactly, and you're basically summoning them. It's just one button push is basically summoning, but they have a variety. So push that button with towards, and it'll do it. Move, push it with down.
Directional summons, okay.
And so the combination.
Oh, I see. So you can bring them in a combo. Almost.
Exactly. And you see there's like a meter up on top, which is basic. That'll limit it, so you can't obviously fire them indefinitely, but you can call them pretty much whenever you want, and they have like in the middle of a combo.
The aerial combos look so strange
a whole arsenal
compared to what we used to.
Sonya you saw come out there. Sometimes you'll see.
He said there's a bar at the top where you can see how much you can use them. Oh, there are also the breakers, but I can't really see it going down.
You revealed some of them there, but is it a different set of characters that'll be in the cameos? Are there some repeats from the main roster? How will that work?
Yeah. Some of the characters are going to be available as cameos as well as the main roster fighters. You can play Sub-Zero with Sub-Zero, right?
Oh, okay.
You can. Same thing with Scorpion, but a lot of our cameo fighters are kind of like nods back to our first game. So you'll notice Sonya and Kano and Jax are in their kind of older costumes. And so there's a lot of that novelty. We have a lot of like really surprise ones. I think you guys saw Goro.
Yes, Goro popped in there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of like kind of really digging into the old Mortal Kombat games as far as getting, we really love the novelty of it. We really want the cameo characters to feel, kind of nod to the old games.
Well, speaking of 90 old games, let's talk. You confirmed, I think, or it's at least known that Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually going to be in this game as Johnny Cage, right? Is that true?
Yes.
That was people don't know the story. I mean, Bloodsport was such an inspiration for Mortal Kombat, so he finally is now part of it.
It's a huge first full circle moment. You know, the first Mortal Kombat game we originally wanted to be Van Damme the video game, and that never really worked out. So I can't tell you how many times over the last 30 years we've tried to get him. We were this close, like 4 or 5 times, and so finally we got him, and he's doing the voices too. Wow. So you're going to hear Jean-Claude, his voice doing Johnny Cage lines and stuff like that. We're really excited about it.
Wow. Well, I know the team has been working so hard in Chicago to build this through COVID, and it's coming out in September, so we don't have to wait long, right?
That's right. This has been a very difficult secret to keep over the last 4 years, and so but we could not be more excited in terms of getting players' hands on it. And, throughout the summer, we're going to be showing a lot more content, a lot more characters, a lot more cameo characters, so there's a lot of reveals that are coming up.
Amazing. Well, Ed, thank you so much for giving us the first look at MK1. As you said, this weekend people will be playing it, press and media, so we'll be seeing lots more coverage, lots more characters to reveal
This weekend.
on the main roster and cameos. Ed Boon, thank you so much. First look at Mortal Kombat. Awesome. Amazing. So excited about that one. All right. Next up, it's been 8 weeks for action RPG fans.
They're already moving on. I'm sure there's going to be some cool stuff, but I don't really care. I want to see the Mortal Kombat things. And I want to go back and look at the gameplay. And I just want you to know, I'm a big MK fan. I'm particularly a big NetherRealm fan. So any criticism or thing that I say that may sound negative is purely out of love for the games. But I'm not sure if it's just something wrong with the stream, or like a lot of times when they show games the first time, there's something different about the frame rate that makes things look weird or stuff, but something about this gameplay looks not the greatest. Like, especially when we saw the UI, it kind of looked like a mobile game. And like, these aerial combos are cool, but NetherRealm's really usually good at getting this like super beautiful looking, impactful attacks with like the perfect hit particles, the perfect amount of hits done and stuff. But something just seems a little off here. It really... I don't know, it seems like a community-made game. But then there's stuff like that ice effect, which looks absolutely beautiful. And there's a lot of jump cancel combos. That bounce looks kind of cool, but kind of strangely unimpactful for how much it actually bounced him. So there's really cool things combined with things that are kind of more questionable.
Come. There are other champions, I must gather.
Liu Kang in a hood looks pretty cool. This modern mansion Kenshi, what the hell is this? That is so awesome.
I won't give it up without a fight.
But like, part of Kenshi's gameplay is really awesome looking, and then part of it's also really... I don't want to say janky, because it sounds really mean, but that's the word that's coming to mind. But when he's playing here...
And I won't give it up without a fight.
Look how good his like ghost shadow looks. It's beautiful, but then he's moving, and it looks kind of... like, it looks good, not NetherRealm style? I don't know. Maybe that'll make people like it more because they don't really like NetherRealm style, but it's cool the cameo supers, how I guess everyone will have like a part of the super as a cameo and then a part of the super as themselves. For these cool combination supers, that's pretty nice. And of course some of the graphics like the bones and the blood look amazing, and I'm sure each freeze frame itself will look great. Even that explosion looked kind of strange, right? But just something about how the game looks is so not NetherRealm. It really looks like GTA or some like complete other engine, but it does have like little callbacks to the look we had in MK11. I don't know why, it just really confuses me. And I think there's some audio mis-syncing here. Oh no. So this is, yeah, definitely Johnny Cage. Completely different look, but the same voice. Now we got Liu Kang appearing, and like the character models themselves all look really good. Particularly in these animations or like cutscenes. Then when it cuts to the gameplay, I feel like you can't really appreciate the things as much. Like they just look so much more two-dimensional in a way, and not in a cool sprite way, in like a flat way. But like stuff here does look really cool, like all the combos, summon jacks to extend your combo to a flying kick. Okay, that come here looked pretty good. But then look, I don't know, something about how these buttons connect and stuff is just wrong to me. So like that kick, and like what was that? That looked really strange, Oda. Like he did this, and then it kind of hit, and then Liu Kang kind of went back. I don't know, usually this is the stuff they excel at. So maybe it's because it's early footage, but the thing is that makes me even more questionable. If this was a regular reveal, fine. You know, you expect it's not going to look as good as the real reveal, but this game's coming out so soon that like, is this just what it looks like? Like that jumping kick. It felt like it had no weight behind it or whatever. It kind of just like made Liu Kang twitch a bit. And then he extended, like, I don't know, I don't want to sound mean, and I love Mortal Kombat, and I wanted this to be amazingly hype, and in many ways it is. Maybe I just didn't have enough coffee in the morning, and I'm those people that say, oh, don't talk to me until I have my coffee, but something just seems wrong. And no matter how wrong it looks, I want you to know that I'm going to love and adore and play the hell out of this game. And there's really no way that they can mess it up because I have trust in my boys NetherRealm. That Raiden move, like those plasma balls, looks so cool. Double low into this awesome plasma ball special. That's really cool. I love that they're being creative with some new special moves. More Kenshi stuff into a Sonya bounce. And then, yeah, the supports are the combo breaker as people imagined. Yeah, there's beautiful stuff, and I'm so excited to see NetherRealm gameplay. Some of it just looks weird, but now that I've talked about how weird it is, I'm gonna shut up and talk about how cool these combos are. I'm really intrigued to see how the cameo meter actually works, because in that gameplay we saw, he said that the meter was going down, but I swear it didn't. Look at this juggle! Oh man, Raiden's effects look way more interesting to me than they previously did. Usually like 50-50 on lightning characters, but this guy looks really, really fun. Now, was that the actual entrance to the super, or is this just a cut? No, I think that was a cut. But it's cool that Kano's laser is a restand. Okay, this isn't even a super, this is fatality, whoopsie. A bit more story. So yeah, most of the rivals like Scorpion and Sub-Zero and Mileena and Kitana are now like actual siblings. And Kitana or Mileena has like this disease where she's becoming ravenous. And this is like the animation we see as we're about to start the battle, which is really cool. Now, for some reason, Kitana and Mileena's gameplay looks way better. Like, this looks like it's far more polished than what we were looking at before. Look at these effects of Kitana going for her kicks, then like launching Mileena with that. This looks really good. This is what I was expecting. And it makes sense for Kitana to be more floaty and stuff. The Phantos looks great. That was a pretty good looking teleport. And this background, do I even have to mention how beautiful this is? That we actually get to see Edenia vibes in action. It's 10 out of 10. Goro coming in for a long extension so you can get super easy combos. Hey, ball roll is a free combo extender now. Take that, MK1. Okay, and that really caught me off guard. What is this? I mean, I guess it's a callback to how it looked in the past a while ago, but which is cool, but I don't know if it looks cool. I don't know about that. Oh, that was kind of cool. Oh, and then, okay, we're back on like another awesome, possibly Edenia stage. Mileena teleport again into Striker cameo, who looks hella cool, but as a fan of Striker, now I'm part of the people who are like, please don't make my cameo characters not playable. But I feel like Striker is definitely gonna be a cameo only, unfortunately. Because the model looks really cool. But I think, as expected, the more I'm watching this gameplay, the more my eyes are kind of becoming adjusted to it and kind of understanding the hit effects and stuff, which kind of always has to happen with the new game. Like when I first started watching Street Fighter 6, that game looked ugly as hell to me. But now it looks beautiful, so maybe that's what's happening here. Just takes a little bit of mental adjustment and it'll look amazing. I don't know. Another double cameo super. The classic Kung Lao super, honestly. Sharing with Scorpion. And then we get a bunch of fatalities here, which is a lot of blood and meat that is definitely not going to be monetized. Hey, get that heart. Ooh, that looks good. I love how they can find a slightly different way of doing his Kamira fatality. Whoa. What? Putting them to their Hollywood Boardwalk of Fame, is that what it's called? Just smashing them into their own one? Okay. Okay. Looks better now that I've rewatched it over. Now that I expect what to see. Oh, another fatality, and then the ender together. That's pretty cool. I'm kind of really getting into this dual team thing, especially now knowing that you can be like two of the same characters, so like double Sub-Zero. That's kind of cool. Let's go back to the gameplay we see in the background.
A roster, basically.
Like the selection screen somehow, like everything looks really good and not the best somehow.
Fighters that are the cameo fighters, and these fighters actually,
the models look beautiful, but I don't know, the graphic design for the choosing once again kind of looks like it was made 10 years ago. Is that mean to say? So now we get into the gameplay, they go into the fight thing. I like that intro.
It's not a tag team thing, right?
Yeah,
the intros are very MK11, even with the camera angles. But look at the graphics, or the graphic design for the UI and even the fight is cool, but because it looks really like MK9 in like a new modern game, it kind of is like an oxymoron. Like it discombobulates your eyes and it looks really strange. Like, am I wrong in saying this kind of looks like a mobile game? Like the way the UIs are just so simple and so small looking. I guess it's good that we get to see more of the background and the characters and stuff.
And so the combination,
but it looks kinda, I don't know.
Up on top, which is basic. That'll
cool bouncing combos and stuff. I feel like we saw that combo already. Even like the text on the side of the screen, I don't know. Is it ugly, or do I just need to sleep?
You can call them pretty much whenever you want, and they have, like in the middle of a combo, they'll have a lot of.
But I feel like they've definitely taken the advice that people want more combos in their game
Sometimes you'll see
and more combo flexibility. So I feel like that's definitely not going to be a problem. The only thing that I'm proper worried about, everything else I'm talking about is just kind of random nitpicky stuff or excitement, but the only thing I'm proper worried about is the revealing of cameos. I hope they do it well so they don't make people pissed when their actual character is just a cameo and not in the game. And also just the general game plan mechanics of the cameos, like how often can you bring them out, how many times you use them in the game. Like, does it make this stupid assist battle where there's constantly stuff on the screen, or are they more of like a tactical combo extension pressure tool? How they are implemented is obviously going to be like the make or break of this game, and also how they're revealed. It's going to make or break people's hearts. And I think that's the only gameplay they showed us. And yeah, he was just talking about the stuff, and yeah, that's all the gameplay. I think let's go through the reveal in full speed one more time, just to fully embed the feel of the graphics of this game, because it's very similar and very new at the same time somehow. One more watch through. How far back do we have to go? And of course, the story mode looks amazing. We trust them.
Then go before I put you down.
Kung Lao combo's looking awesome as always, but yeah, I think I'm still adjusting to like the hit impact is the main thing that's confusing to me now. And I think maybe when I'm watching this as not a stream and I have higher quality, bigger, and like, I don't know, sometimes stuff happens to graphics on reveal streams that make it look weird and flat, so maybe that'll be changed. Kenshi is looking awesome though, and people are gonna be so glad he's back. I am one of them. And these supers, yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I'm fully on board with the two character situation now. I like the move, like the kind of very dynamic camera angles.
Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang.
It's so weird that he's a completely different face, but the exact same voice. See, some of this stuff looks really cool, but I think the thing that confuses me is a lot of the attacks look like the, you know, in MK11 when you're in just the towers, and you can release these like little abilities that aren't actually part of the game. Half of them look like that. Like they've got particle effects and stuff, but they're just a little not clean enough to look like actual things. And like the actual combo potential that we're looking at here is so cool. Flying kicks. Look, this combo of the spear, launch into the air, jump cancel into some EX spear in the air, jump kick into the like demon dash. It is all beautifully in terms of what kind of combo potential there is.
But you're inexperienced. Whatever experience
I just hope for the best.
make up for it.
I just hope for the best for this game, because I'm gonna love it and play it either way. I just hope other people do too and don't hate on it. Cool juggles with the cameos and then break with the cameo. Some projectiles, pretty fast looking teleport. Cameo extension again with projectiles. I feel like that's something I'm going to be worried about. And another thing about cameos, actually, let's look at him summoning them, is if you summon a cameo, do they just come out? So they like, are they used in pressure and like, can you just throw out projectiles without actually doing the projectile animation? Yeah, like it seems like if you're using it in a combo, they just come out. But if I do it in neutral, can I just be blocking and have these projectiles come out from Kano? Because that seems like something people would hate. But then in other situations, it also seems like, yeah, he like does this animation to be like, go forth, Kano, and do something. So maybe it depends on the situation that you call the cameo of how the activation works.
If your disease becomes known,
And obviously the redesigns for all the characters, I'm a massive fan of. I always trust NetherRealm when it comes to the actual designs of characters. They never miss. And this gameplay, I think, is definitely the most hype of the trailer. Look how good this looks. This is stylish. This is beautiful. This is aesthetic. Long live Edenian characters. I swear, we better have rain. We better have rain in this game. He's the character that if he's just a cameo, I might cry. They said we'll be getting more gameplay reveals this weekend, so I'm excited for them to finally do character trailers, gameplay mechanic reveals and stuff. It's gonna be a saucy few weeks, guys. With a lot of blood. And a lot of brains. And intestines. But hey, I've got my third anatomy course coming up. This is basically the same thing. I like the dual outro. I think this outro on its own was enough to get me on board with the two characters and stuff. That's pretty fun. And it also is kind of unique, because not many fighting games at the moment either are tag team or multi-character based, but let alone like this cool like team vibe where you really feel like you're fighting together. I actually really like that. But yeah, we've gone over the gameplay, we've gone over the reveal, watched it a few times, and I've got to say, I'm excited, but just very similarly, like after the teaser reveal, I'm also skeptical and scared. I want it to be amazing, and I kind of am 90% sure it will be amazing, but I just have to have my fingers crossed. I can't have people hating on my favorite game franchise. I cannot have that. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're excited for MK1, and I'll see you whenever we get some more gameplay for this godsend of a company's game. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you there. Bye-bye.